Alright, welcome back guys. What I'm going over here is I'm going to create some of these objects here for you on Inventor. This is for activity, as you can see here, 4.2, model creation. And what I've done here is I've created a split screen. Um, and we're going to start here. I'm going to go over and I'm going to click on part because we're going to create a part file of this. And you can tell down here that it's loading because of what it's saying here. So, alright, now to get started here, I'm going to click on 3D model. And I'm going to click up here at the top. I don't have to click down here at the bottom half of this. I'm going to click on the top half and start a 2D sketch. So typically we have all these planes. I'm just almost always going to click on the XY plane. No reasons in particular, just used to doing it. Sketch. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this in with some different sections, different cutouts here. I'm going to create a box that's 4 inches here by 2.5 inches tall. Alright, because that's an inch and a half and another inch. So it's 4 inches wide and it has a height of 2.5. So I go over here to sketch. I'm going to click on rectangle. I'm going to start right here, and all I did is clicked on my mouse and drug that down. And I know I'm at the center when it turns green. And I'm going to drag it out. So all I did is I clicked one time there and I'm dragging it out. So now I'm going to go up here to sketch. I'm going to go to dimension and I'm going to go down until it turns green. I'm going to click and pull it up. And I'm going to change this now to 4. And what that just did is it changed it to a width of 4. And some of these, well, it goes off my screen. That's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mouse and roll it forward. And I'm going to push down and drag on the mouse wheel. So there's my 4 inches. Now I'm going to come over here and I got to make it 2.5. So what I did again here is I just simply went over to it till it turned. I clicked on it and drug it out. Now I'm going to click on it again because I've already got it up. And now I'm going to change it to 2.5. Hit enter. So now it's the right width and the correct height. Now I'm going to make it to be the correct depth. Well, that's 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go over here to sketch. I'm going to hit finish sketch. Again, it made it a little bit bigger than I wanted to, so I'm going to take my mouse and roll it forward or away from me. Now I'm going to push down and drag it. Alright, so to create that depth, I'm going to go up here to 3D model. I'm going to click on extrude. And I'm simply going to type in here then 2.5. And now we have it being the correct depth. We have these sections right here that I got to find a way to get rid of. So I'm going to go up here to sketch. I'm going to click on this face because that face is this. This is my front, my right side, and my top. Front, right side, and top. So I'm going to click there. And I'm going to click a sketch there. So now I'm going to do this section right over here. So to do that, I'm going to click sketch. I'm going to put another rectangle. Now, what this just did is it just snapped into place. Alright, as soon as it turned that green color, I know it snapped into place. So I'm going to take it there and drag it. And I'm going to click. So then I'm going to go up here and sketch, dimension, and it tells me that it's 1 inch tall. So I'm going to click here, make it 1 inch. Then, right down somewhere here, over here they tell us that it's 1 inch wide. Alright, so it's 1 inch tall and 1 inch wide. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to show you a little trick. I'm going to go over here and click on this one. And what that says is this is a driven dimension, meaning it's D4. This right here was my 4th dimension I made on this drawing. and it's going to make this one be exactly the same as that one up there. Alright, so that's telling me now that that's 1 inch as well. So I'm going to go here to finish sketch. I'm going to go up here to 3D model. I'm going to go to extrude. Notice it's already picked that piece, but I want it to go the other direction. I want it to cut it out. And I could leave it as 2.5, or I could go all. I'm going to go all. Now I'm going to go to sketch again. Start a sketch on this surface. I'm going to push down on the roller, drag it down. Going to sketch, going to rectangle. Notice that it just turned green, so I'm going to click and drag. Now I'm going to go over here to sketch, dimension. Make that 1. I'm going to click on that. So now I've got this top part here. Oh, I think I'm just in the habit of always hitting finish sketch. I don't know that you necessarily have to. So there I'm at distance. I'm just going to change it to all. Now we've got the top part. Now I've got this bottom part here I've got to take out of there. So I'm going to go to sketch. Alright, I'm going to click on the top part here. Click down on that roller. Now I'm going to go to rectangle again. And I'm going here to the bottom. It's not necessarily giving me here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to introduce you to a thing called project geometry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that. And now how it just made all these edges yellow? What that did is it makes it recognize those edges. Um, Now I'm getting what I want. What I wanted was for it to change that different color for me down here. So this tells me that this right here is in a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go from there to there. I'm going to change it to 0.5. And then from here to there. It is 0.5 already. I just lucked out. And then I know that the height is supposed to be 0.5. So I'm going to click there and there and make that be 0.5. I'm ready to extrude this. I'm going to go back to sketch. Click on finish sketch. 3D model extrude. I'm going to click on that. I want to go the other direction. Again, I don't have to pick all, so this time I'm not going to. But this now is this. The only thing that's not here yet is this little piece right here. That's on this right side. I'm going to click sketch, start 2D sketch. And now I'm ready to start putting this little box in here. So I'm going to go to sketch. It's going to be a rectangle. So there's this rectangle here on the side. Now I've got to tell it where to go. So I'm going to dimension. From that top to there is supposed to be 0.75. They tell us that it's 1/4 of an inch. And that was right here. They give me that 0.25. They tell me that it's 1.5 inches across. So I could either A, click here and here, or I can just click here on the bottom. The one thing I've got to do here now, you can't really see the line that's showing that would be coming down here, is I got to make sure I have it in the right spot. And what they're telling me is that from this side to here is 0.5 inches. So I'm going to click there, there, 0.5. So now I've set how tall, I've set how wide, I set how far from the top and how far from the left. So now I'm ready to, I'm going to click on 3D model, extrude. You know that you have it when it's, notice it's changing color there, gets a little lighter in color. So it's going to default to the last measurement we were putting in there, but I don't want it to be 2.5 now. I want it to be 0.75. Alright, so now we've got this 0.75 right there again. So now I've just finished that drawing right there. Well, I hope that was beneficial for you guys. If you go to the next one, I'll do the next video there.